Dear students, today we are going to start the next topic, resolving power of an optical instrument. And we have to see the definition of the resolving power, the first of all. So for that, here, we consider if the 2 point objects we have considered, this is the one object, this is the other object, then these objects are said to be nearby objects. It is called as the nearby objects. Nearby point objects we have considered. So we consider the two nearby point objects, and if the angle subtended by the nearby objects at our eye here, if suppose this angle is nothing but here at our eye is, suppose this is our eye, then and this angle is nothing but suppose the theta. So consider the two nearby objects. The objects which are very close to each other are said to be nearby objects. If the angle subtended at our eye, this is eye particularly here, and this angle subtended by the two nearby objects at our eye is theta, and if theta is less than the 1, if theta, this angle subtended at our eye by two nearby objects is less than, if suppose greater than 1, if this theta is greater than 1 minute, then these two objects can be seen by our eye separately. These 2 point nearby objects can be seen separately if the angle subtended by these two nearby objects is greater than the 1 minute, then these 2 points objects can be seen separately. This can be seen separately when angle is greater than 1 minute, separately here. If this angle subtended at our eye is less than the 1 minute, is less than here the 1 minute, then these 2 point objects appear as a single object. We cannot see separately by means of our naked eye. When the angle subtended by the two nearby objects is less than the 1 minute, these two objects cannot be seen separately. Cannot be seen separately. Cannot be here seen separately. Here the two objects appear as a single object. There are two objects, nearby objects, but our eye cannot detect that these two objects can be seen appear as a single object. Here. These 2 point of, there are two objects, but we cannot distinguish them. Objects here. These two objects appear as a single object, and such objects can be seen separately by means of the optical instruments like telescope, microscope, prism, grating, etc. The method of separating the images of two nearby objects is known as resolution. It is known as what here? The resolution. What is the resolution? It is the method of separating the images of two nearby objects. Here, in this case, particularly, these two objects can be appear as a single object to our eye, and such objects can be seen separately by means of the optical instruments like telescope, microscopes, prism, etc. And the method of separating the images of two nearby objects is known as what here? The resolution. And the ability of optical instrument to produce separate images of two nearby objects is called as the resolving power. It is called as what here? It is called as the resolving power. Resolving power here. Or simply it is represented as RP. Resolving power can be represented as the notation RP. This is the ability of optical instrument to produce the separate images of two nearby objects is known as the resolving power. In case of the spectral lines, for example, in case of the prism, if we can consider this is the prism, and here, if suppose this is the base of the prism, and the white light is incident here, the white light is incident on the prism, we are getting here the different colors here. If suppose this is yellow, then after we are getting, and lastly here we are getting the violet color here. In between these two, here we are getting, this is yellow color, we are getting, this is suppose the violet color, and in between this we are getting the different colors. Here is nothing but red, of course, and so on. Different colors are we are getting here, and it is seen that here this is the white light source. So white light source is incident here. White light source is incident on the prism. Different spectrum is obtained here. The yellow. In case of the yellow, we are getting two lines very close to each other. Here we are getting two lines, and these two lines can be regarded as very close lines. We are getting. We can represent this line as like this. So this is one line. This is other line here. The yellow two lines, spectral lines. So such a spectral lines are known as nearby spectral lines. So nearby spectral lines, nearby spectral lines, it is called as the nearby spectral lines here. Also in case of the prism grating also, if suppose we are getting here grating, here the grating, and the white light is incident, parallel white light is incident here. So what we are getting here is also, in case of this is the grating, here it is the grating. In case of this also, we are getting the different colors here. The last, first order, second order, etc. We are getting the two yellow lines here, spectral lines. Also, we are getting here the different colors here. So this is the spectral line, and these two spectral lines here close to each other, which is nothing but the yellow doublet, what we call as D1 and D2. It is known as, for example, D1 and D2, and these spectral lines can be regarded as the nearby spectral lines here. So in case of the spectral lines, the nearby spectral lines are those in which the wavelength difference is very small. If suppose d lambda is the difference here, in case of this it is found to be difference is equal to 22 angstrom unit in case of the yellow line, and such a lines is known as what here, the nearby spectral lines. The wavelength of this is suppose the lambda, and the wavelength of this can be regarded as lambda plus d lambda, some slightly wavelength. Such a wavelength can be regarded as the nearby spectral lines here. And these spectral lines, for example, violet and the red, say here is suppose the red here, red, violet, or yellow, here this, and here is suppose green here. These are well separated here. These lines are well separated. The nearby spectral lines means spectral lines close to each other can be regarded as nearby spectral lines. And in case of yellow line, we are getting, in case of the prism also, the yellow line consists of doublets here, and their doublets can be regarded as the nearby spectral lines. In case of the prism also, we are getting the yellow doublet, very two lines very close to each other here. And in case of such a, if the nearby spectral lines having the wavelength lambda and lambda plus d lambda here, then in this case the resolving power is always defined as the lambda divided by the d lambda here. Difference between this. So this is the mathematical formula for the resolving power. Resolving power can be defined as, in case of the two nearby spectral lines having the wavelength lambda and the lambda plus d lambda, resolving power can be defined as lambda divided by d lambda. So this is the somewhat the definition of the resolving power. We can use this definition to derive the resolving power of the prism and the resolving power of the grating. And also we will see here, if suppose here these are the two nearby objects on the spectral lines here, the two objects, nearby objects, and we have to bring it together. Then when we have to getting the particularly, there is a limit for which these two point objects can be seen separately. If we can decrease the distance between these two further, the two objects can be seen as a single objects. but there is a limit. Here we can see separately by means of our eye. If these two are bring to here, distance is increased. It is also seen by the naked eye. We have to use here the, if suppose two nearby objects, we have to further decrease this distance between the 2 point objects, and this is the condition at which these 2 point objects can be seen separately, or just it is just resolved, we just separate here, and further we are getting here these 2 points objects can be appeared as a single object. So this is the limit. And what is the condition for the limit of geometrical resolution? Also there is a limit of the spectral resolution, and that can be given by the scientist, the Rayleigh's. And next lecture we will see here the Rayleigh's criterion. Rayleigh's criterion for geometrical resolution as well as Rayleigh's criterion for the spectral resolution. So in the next lecture we will see the criterion for the geometrical resolution as well as the limit of, here the criterion, the limit of resolution for the spectral resolution and the geometrical resolution. So in the next lecture we will see that the criterion for the limit of geometrical resolution, limit of spectral resolution. Okay, thank you.